I do want to start, though, with what you read off the top, the news off the top. And the Wall Street Journal has written about it, where they talk about some ex-Trump officials losing security. This is what they say in their editorial on the Wall Street Journal editorial page today, a Murdoch paper. Trump leaves ex-aides unprotected. The possibility of falling out of President Trump's good graces is an occupational hazard for good people who serve in his administration, but this looks like a new low. Mr. Trump reportedly has ordered an end to security protection for 3 former advisors who are living under the threat of assassination by Iran. Pray it won't happen, but what if one of them now gets attacked? If Iran commits violence against any of these men, Mr. Trump won't be able to escape responsibility. Also, what is Secretary of State Marco Rubio supposed to think about the boss's refusal to protect his predecessor? Right. It's a Wall Street Journal editorial page. Obviously, Willie, a lot of people talking about this, but again, these men are under threat of death by Iran because they were the ones that helped carry out the attack on Soleimani back when they were serving for none other than Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the point, which is they are under threat because of the orders they received from Donald Trump, because of the policies of the Trump administration. And now for petty reasons, some grievance that Donald Trump has, you have to dig deep to remember what it is. He's pulling, according to all this reporting, security for not just Mike Pompeo, but others. John Bolton, we talked about a couple days ago, but one of the top aides to Mike Pompeo also having his security pulled, somebody who was at his side for all of these decisions. So when Donald Trump promised retribution during the campaign, it turns out he meant it. When he promised to empty the jails of January 6 convicts, it turns out he meant it. So we're learning in this very first week, these first few days of the Trump administration, if people didn't already, to take seriously his threats.
Well, you know, Meekin, what's so fascinating about this list is, of course, people have seen that John Bolton has been critical of Donald Trump. Mike Pompeo, not so much so, but Brian Hook, what's so fascinating about Brian Hook is, and so many people in Washington are asking the question why. He's a guy who, you know, kept his head down, a professional, professional who's an envoy to Iran, and didn't get out there attacking anybody, stayed non-political. So it is deeply perplexing to a lot of people why his security clearance got pulled. And, of course, obviously disturbing that the others two did, when, again, like President Trump, they are under direct threat from the Iranian government.